This is the Nike SB Air Jordan 4, a shoe that's been rumored for months and is finally coming out. And honestly, in terms of hype, it couldn't come out at a better time because the Air Jordan 4 is at the peak of their popularity outside of probably when they initially released, and Nike SB is as popular as it ever was. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler, and today I'm reviewing the upcoming Nike SB Air Jordan 4. But first, huge thank you to Whatnot for sponsoring today's video. Whatnot is a live shopping auction platform with sneaker auctions 24 hours a day that start as low as just $1. Personally, I stream on Whatnot all the time. In fact, I usually do a giveaway stream at least once a month. I also do a sneaker sales stream where I sell sneakers from my own personal collection. In fact, I've actually got a stream coming up where I'm giving away a pair of Nike SB Air Jordan 4s. Not only that, if you sign up for Whatnot using my link at the top of the description below, you get $10 towards your first purchase, whether that's sneakers or baseball cards, basketball cards, or retro video games. Anything you want, you can find on Whatnot, and if you sign up using my link, you can get $10 off your first purchase, which is like a free $10 bill. And like I said, I'm giving away this pair of Nike SB Air Jordan 4, so if you guys want a chance to win this pair for yourself, make sure to click that link and bookmark my upcoming live stream. But with all that being said, let's get right back into the video. So the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 officially releases two different times, so you have two chances to grab it. The first release is on March 17th at skate shops, and the second release is on the Sneakers app on March 21st. As you probably could have guessed, both releases come out for a retail price of $225, which, yes, is more than a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s, but technically this is a modified version of the Air Jordan 4. It's also kind of a collaboration. Of course, if you want to grab a pair of these early, or maybe grab a pair of these after the release, if you happen to be watching this video after the release of the shoe and you missed out, probably like most of us will, I've made sure to leave links to this shoe through the YouTube shopping tab, which you can find by clicking the link on your screen or through affiliate links in the top of the description below. But getting into the sneaker itself, I've got to say that while the shoe was not on my radar the same way that the White Cement Reimagines were at the end of last year, it was still a shoe I was interested in checking out. And now that I finally have a pair in hand, I hate to say it, like I say for a lot of my reviews, I tend to only really review sneakers that I like nowadays, but I really love this shoe. This shoe is truly something outside of the hype. Of course, this shoe is going to be hyped up because it's an Air Jordan 4 and it's a Nike SB, but this is the first time that Nike SB has collaborated with Jordan Brand on a pair of Air Jordan 4s. It's not the first time we've had a Nike SB Air Jordan sneaker, but it's the first time we've had a Nike SB Air Jordan 4. And for a lot of people, that's pretty exciting. Now, if you don't know, Nike SB is a branch of Nike that specializes in skateboarding, hence the name SB. Some people say that it could mean Sandy Bodecker, who is the person who made Nike SB what it is today. I think that it is possible that internally within Nike, SB could stand for Sandy Bodecker. They've never really confirmed either way, but it would make sense that SB stands for skateboarding because it is the skateboarding division of Nike. But with all that being said, the reason this shoe is so exciting is not just because it's a collaboration between Nike SB and Jordan Brand. It's exciting because this shoe is not a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s. They have made changes to the shoe to make it a better skateboarding shoe. But before we get any deeper into that, let's first take a look at the box. So as you can see behind me, we've got a standard Air Jordan 4 box. However, as you can see, the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 box is different. First of all, the box comes in this really nice glossy cream finish, and on the center of the box, you've got the Jumpman logo and the Flight logo in light gray. Unlike standard Air Jordan 4 boxes where we've got the black and then the splatter print, the side of this box is pretty plain. On the back of the box, you've got the Jumpman logo and the Nike SB logo, and on the front of the box, you've got the same logo at the top of the lid. You've got the GOAT logo just underneath that, or the GOAT tag, because I bought this pair from GOAT. I'm not saying that's the best place to go to buy your sneakers. I'm just saying that's usually what I do because they get me sneakers really quickly. However, I do usually end up paying a lot of money to get sneakers early, so I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet because I spent a lot of money on this review. And then to the left of that, you've got the size tag. I grabbed a size 9, which is my true size. We'll get into that later on in the video. And the official colorway of this shoe is Sail White Pine Green. The only other thing of note when it comes to the packaging is that the paper inside the box comes with splatter print, which I think is a nice touch. But that is pretty much all there is. There isn't any extra laces that I can see. There isn't a Nike Air tag, which I guess would make sense because it is a Nike SB sneaker, but it would have been nice to get a Nike SB tag. I don't know. Either way, that's all you get. And I guess it's not that big of a deal because most people take all of those things off anyway. But getting back into the sneaker itself, the first thing that you might notice about this shoe is that the shape of this Air Jordan 4 is a little bit different than recent Air Jordan 4 releases. And that's because, according to Nike, they redesigned the shape of the shoe to much more closely match the shape of the original 1989 Air Jordan 4, which apparently gives you a wider toe box area, making it more comfortable to skate in. Actually, according to the Sneakers app, it says that they brought back the 1989 shape around the toe box for improved fit and impeccable flick. Getting into the materials that make up the Nike SB Air Jordan 4, starting off around the toe of the shoe on the mudguard, you've got this really nice gray suede. Now, unlike standard suede that Nike tends to use on their sneakers, this suede is actually very stiff. It's not a low quality feeling material, it's just different. It feels more durable, and it is actually more durable. Because when you think about skateboarding, a lot of tricks start off on the lateral side of the toe, so you need a very durable material there so that the shoe doesn't doesn't wear down very quickly. In fact, that's actually something that I learned from Aaron Cairo from Braille Skateboarding. I did a collaboration with them on a 3D printed pair of shoes. You guys should definitely check out that video if you did not yet. I'll make sure to link it at the top of the screen. Probably one of my favorite, if not my most favorite video that I've ever made. I'm super excited about it. I'm super stoked on it. Didn't do very well, but regardless, it's an awesome video. You guys should definitely check it out. That's why I'm plugging it so much, because I love that video. It came out so good, and it's just not doing as well as I wanted it to. I say all that to say that this shoe, while yes, it is an Air Jordan 4, it has been redesigned and changed in ways to make this shoe a better skateboarding shoe. Continuing up on the shoe, you get to this light cream colored leather on the toe of the sneaker that actually wraps most of the way around the sneaker. It's a pretty soft feeling leather. It actually feels about as soft as a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s. It's not really textured. It doesn't have much tumbling to it whatsoever, which is totally fine. And I wouldn't be surprised if this leather is in some way more durable than standard leather, whether it's maybe a synthetic leather or maybe a thicker cut of leather, I'm not sure. The shoe is more expensive than standard Air Jordan 4s, so maybe they use nicer materials. But either way, I'm sure they specifically picked this leather because this is a skateboarding shoe. Continuing up on the shoe, you get to that classic Air Jordan 4 mesh detail that you find on the tongue of the sneaker and also on the midfoot of the shoe. This time around, it comes in white. And then weaving over top of that, you've got these flat laces, which also come in white. And like I said earlier, unfortunately, you do not get any extra laces, at least not that I can see. I didn't get any in my package. I'm hoping that that's just the case for everybody, because I didn't see any in mine. Moving towards the top of the sneaker, you get to the tongue, which comes in white leather. And then in the center of the tongue, you've got this logo patch with the red Jumpman and the green text logo, kind of that Christmas vibe. Now, another change that Nike SB and Jordan Brand made on this pair of Air Jordan 4s is that they actually padded the tongue more than a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s. Think about all the skateboarding shoes that you know of. They all have very padded tongues, which makes sense. I mean, even think about Nike SB Dunks. They all have very thick tongues compared to standard Dunks. Moving inside the sneaker, on the back of the tongue, you've got this really nice pine green fabric, and on the rest of the sock liner of the shoe, you've got this nice white fabric. Again, the padding on the heel of the shoe feels great. It's very soft. It's not that different from a pair of Air Jordan 4s. Actually, this is an old pair that I've worn multiple times, and maybe that's why the cushion feels softer on this one. I'm not sure, but it does feel nice. Then rounding off the inside of the sneaker, you've got a red insole with the Nike SB branding printed on the heel in white. I've heard some people say that it's a little bit thinner than a standard Air Jordan 4 insole. I compared it against some of my other Air Jordan 4s. I don't see any difference, but it does feel maybe a tad bit softer. So who knows, but I don't think it's that different than a standard pair. But now let's get into sizing and fit of the Nike SB Air Jordan 4s. And in my opinion, this shoe fits true to size, which is always a good thing. Nike is always on point with their sizing. I've got to say, I really love the way this shoe feels on foot when it comes to fit, at least. Like I said earlier, Nike redesigned the upper of the shoe to fit your foot better, or I guess to more closely replicate the fit of the 1989 pair, which is interesting to me why this shoe feels so good on foot, because they actually removed an air unit in the forefoot of the shoe for better board feel. I know I just went on a tangent about comfort, but getting back into sizing, this shoe does seem to fit true to size, so if you're grabbing a pair of these, in my opinion, you should go true to size. Continuing back in the shoe, you get to another skateboarding related change on this sneaker from a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s, and that's the rubberized plastic wings. Now these wings, and actually the heel counter of the shoe, are not made of the same material that you usually find on Air Jordan 4s. In fact, the material used on the heel tab of this shoe and also the wings of this shoe is significantly softer than a pair of Air Jordan 4s. I mean, just to compare them, I'll show you really quickly. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but look how much more flick there is in the Nike SB pair versus a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s. The standard 4s have a thicker, more stiff heel tab and also wings on the shoe, and then of course the SB pair feels like very soft, very rubbery, very elastic. I'm trying to think of a material that's similar, maybe like those ice cube trays that aren't made of plastic, like those rubbery ice cube trays, very similar to that. Either way, that was a change that Nike SB and Jordan Brand made specifically for skateboarding, presumably to make the shoe more durable overall. According to the sneakers app, the exact wording is, keep them supple for long sessions. I feel like there could have been a better way to word that. In short, this material is softer than the material used on standard Air Jordan 4s. That's it. Then moving around to the heel of the shoe, you get to this soft rubber heel counter, which comes in this really nice pine green. And of course, you've got the Nike SB branding on the heel, which I think for a lot of people is going to be their favorite detail. In my opinion, this is where the hype is at. This is where people are going to get stoked on this sneaker. People love heel counters in Air Jordan 4s, especially when they have the Nike Air branding, and it's like going to blow their minds when they see the Nike SB branding. I'm not going to lie, that was my favorite part of the shoe too. I'm not even going to pretend like it's not, but I don't know, it's stupid, it's little, but it definitely shows that this shoe is a cool collaboration. And I think that's why it makes this shoe so special, because this shoe is what it is. Continuing down in the shoe, you get to this nice white and pine green midsole, which looks very, very clean and contrasts the upper of the shoe really nicely, especially when you get to the white, the green, and then of course the light colored cream on the upper of the shoe. I think the colorway of the shoe is excellent. It's simple, it's very clean, very, very wearable. Of course, in the heel of the shoe, you've got your standard Air Jordan 4 Air unit, which gives you some cushioning in the heel, which is always nice. Again, like I mentioned earlier, they've removed the Air unit from the forefoot of the shoe for more board feel. Then finally, Finally getting to the bottom of the shoe, you get to a primarily white rubber outsole with the Nike branding right there in the midfoot in bright red, and then on the heel of the shoe and on the toe of the shoe, you've got this gum rubber, which apparently is stickier and more durable than standard outsole rubber on Air Jordan 4s, which should make you be able to grip the board a little bit better than a standard pair of Air Jordan 4s. So overall, the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 is a hit in my opinion. This shoe probably won't be the easiest shoe to get in the world because it's going to be pretty difficult to get from skate shops because they're usually pretty good at handing out raffle tickets either to people, out the back door or to people who actually skateboard, so I guess that's probably one of the most fair ways to release a sneaker. And of course in the sneakers app, I bet there won't be that much stock. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to be like any other Nike SB release, very limited and very hard to get, and especially because this shoe will be so hyped up because it's an Air Jordan 4, this shoe's probably going to resell for a decent amount. But hype aside, is the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 a good sneaker? In my opinion, absolutely. It's an awesome collaboration between two different branches at Nike to create something that not only looks really good, but is also a functional variant of a pair of sneakers that we've had since 1989. And I love that they're doing something different and new on the Air Jordan 4s, especially because the Air Jordan 4 right now is so popular that they could just slap a different colorway on it and call it a day, and it would still sell out. The fact that they're trying something different and doing something different on an already incredibly popular silhouette is really, really cool to me. And that's why this might be one of my favorite releases of the year. I still don't know for sure yet because we're only in March and we've already had so many crazy releases this year, but this shoe is definitely going to be up there for me, and I can't wait to rock this shoe more. But at this point, I would love to know your thoughts on the upcoming Nike SB Air Jordan 4s and whether you're planning to grab a pair, so make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.